welcome. My name is Henry. I'm running a channel here which deals with prayer, and we talk about prayer in all its facets. So this morning we want to take some time to talk about prayer and faith. So let's get into it. I'm going to read it straight up, and then we'll go into it quickly. It says, in any study of the principles of the procedures of prayer, of its activities and enterprise, first place must of necessity be given to faith. It is the initial quality in the heart of any man who essays to talk to the unseen. He must, out of sheer helplessness, stretch forth hands of faith. He must believe where he cannot prove. In the ultimate issue, prayer is simply faith, claiming its natural yet marvelous prerogative, faith taking possession in its illimitable inheritance. True godliness is just as true, steady, and persevering in the realm of faith as it is in the province of prayer. Moreover, the faith ceases to pray, and then prayer ceases to live. So in other words, without faith, it is impossible for you to get results from God. So as a person who wants to know more about prayer, it's important for you to consider faith. So faith is believing that which you cannot see. Faith is stretching out your hope on something that you cannot touch. However, we do not have faith in faith. We have faith in Jesus Christ, that he accomplished everything that he did on the cross those 2,000 some years ago. He is able to do more than the world has accredited to him, or than we can think of. Therefore, in order for me to pray and see results and see answers and see broken chains and see breakthroughs in my life, faith is of paramount. Why is faith so important? Because I need to believe that which I cannot touch. So my faith will kind of stretch my hands further than where my prayers go. Sometimes when I pray, I'm not able to articulate properly what I'm trying to say. But with my faith in that I believe God to do, God is able to do something. So can I pray without faith? It is not advisable. You should pray with faith. You should believe that he who promised is able to fulfill that which he has promised you. However, can you have faith without praying? I don't know. I think it's like having a car without gas in it. Would it go? I'm not sure. But if you had gas and you did not have a car, I don't know if you could ride your can of gas. I think you need a car. So I'm here to suggest that you need faith and you need prayer. So faith is seen by the results that you see. However, faith gets legs and wheels and able to move when you say those things that you believe God to do. For example, I believe that God is going to do great and mighty things. This year, 2020, is a terrible year for the whole world. There is coronavirus and the economy is under tremendous troubles. The economies of countries might not even be able to resuscitate. But we now have faith that God is able to do more, increasingly, abundantly, more than we even can ask of him. So we who are his children, this is our time to call on him, our time to speak, our time to say things that are not there as if they are here. To speak to your families, to speak to your relatives who are stressed out. Some people are not working. A lot of people are on lockdown. That's the word. And this is terrible. So faith helps our prayers. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. How do you please God when you never go to him in prayer? So, can my prayer make things even if I am not willing? Can I force God because I'm praying too much? So if you have faith in Jesus, then this idea of you forcing God's hand cannot be there, because you have this belief ultimately in you that he who started a good work in you is able to accomplish it. Therefore, you do not even need to think about you forcing God's hand. Because when you have faith, you'll pray by the power given into you. And God will direct you into his will and what you must pray for. It is aimless to always pray things you want. People who grow in prayer really learn it quicker that God wants to use you as a medium to reach others. And some of the things that you're going to meet will need your faith. You might think you are sick until you find someone who's really sick. So your faith will be challenged in that way. Therefore, faith is very important. So I do not need to put faith in prayer or put prayer in faith. I need to trust the unseen God. I need to pray and project that faith that I have as I surrender to Him to do what His will is for me. So faith thrives in an atmosphere of prayer. In order for me to see that you are a faithful servant, I need to see your prayer life. So your prayer life kind of dictates and tells us that you are a person of faith. So power of prayer is kind of founded in the faith that we have. The faith is not in faith. The faith is in Jesus Christ. He who did everything that we could not do.